Hello, I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month we learn about the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program and about a new place for seniors suffering from abuse. But first, elder abuse can happen in many ways: physical abuse, scams, and more important, financial abuse. My first guest has been on the show before. He's a strong advocate for the rights and protections of seniors. He's John J. McCarthy, the Montgomery County State's Attorney. Well, welcome back, John.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Well, I understand you've recently created a special unit in your office to deal with the subject of senior abuse.
Exactly. Look, we talked about this even before we began the show. I think this is absolutely a time where it's imperative for every governmental agency in Montgomery County to begin strategic planning to meet what is just a huge increase in the senior population and the demands that are going to be placed on us. This year, we're about a year into this, we started a special senior abuse unit within our office that looks at both financial crimes as well as physical forms of abuse that are being committed against seniors. We've hired new prosecutors, we've hired investigators, we've hired case screeners. We are now looking at allegations of physical abuse against a senior in the community, not 30 days from when the allegation comes in. We are doing it in real time. We are doing it the same day that the allegation comes to us. These are the kinds of systematic changes and structural changes we need to do today in order to meet the increasing challenge.
So you have actually seen a rise in financial abuse and senior abuse?
Yes, the answer to that is absolutely yes to both. And part of that is just simply the numbers are large.
Yeah.
The numbers are larger. Our senior population is 74% larger today than it was in 2000, and they say between 2010 and 2014 we're going to see another 13% increase. The seniors in this community here in Montgomery County is the fastest rising portion of our community. And even last year, as soon as we made that systematic change, we doubled the number of sustained physical abuse cases in Montgomery County simply by making a systems change to real-time investigations of those allegations.
Well, now you mentioned physical abuse. So who are the abusers?
Well, let me say that in terms of this, if we could just analyze this for a second, there's both the physical, sexual, neglect kinds of situations that fit into the category of abuse, and then there's the financial allegations. In the area of physical abuse, again, sadly, the largest percentage of people who physically abuse or neglect seniors are family members. But total people, that's around 50%. When it comes to financial crimes, the staggering number is that about 90% of all financial crimes or scams or frauds against seniors, the perpetrator is a family member.
Family members in every case.
Family member, again, do we have,
there are exceptions, of course, yeah.
There are exceptions. I mean, are there other scams over the internet, banking scams, charity scams? Absolutely. But when it comes to financial fraud against elderly, primarily, we are looking at another family member.
Now, there was some new legislation within the last couple of years on the banks.
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, what happens is the legislature, and we salute them for doing this, they realized that there were people that tried to basically befriend seniors who had financial resources. And they would start to begin to isolate those individuals, take advantage of them, and they would begin to milk their financial accounts by going to the bank and maybe taking $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 out of the accounts.
You mean they would go with the senior?
They would go with the senior, and quite candidly, people in the banking institutions, they see these patterns. They know you, and they know Austin Heyman. They know that he's in there. He's been a customer for years, and all of a sudden he begins to show up with somebody who's regularly taking large sums of money out of their account. Based on new legislation, banking institutions for an individual over the age of 68 are required legally to notify the Abused Persons Program of the local police department if they see a financial transaction where they suspect fraud. And my office is getting referrals from banking institutions after the investigations are done. We are catching individuals who are systematically draining the financial resources of seniors in this community.
Wow, that's something. Now, you mentioned the scams. I mean, I and many others get all these, the IRS letters
Right.
and the identity theft. I mean,
Right.
you don't see that as important.
I think it is important, but can I say, if you get if you're using the internet and you're getting a solicitation for a charity, or the advice I give, if you see an email address and you don't recognize it, don't open it. Right. Just delete it. Right. And you're not going to win the Irish sweepstakes. Their foreign lotteries are illegal. Right. Banks are not going to write you a letter and say, by the way, Austin, you've been a great customer for the last 50 years. We just want to verify your Social Security number and stuff like that. Whatever they send you in the mail, or whatever they send you over the internet, those are frauds. Those are scams. So turn away from those things. But ultimately, what really causes, whether it's physical or financial frauds that occur against the seniors, the number one impediment we find in terms of the government or us as prosecutors being able to help the community is people don't report it. Only about one in about 20 cases does the victim themselves actually report they've been victimized.
And why don't they report it?
Shame.
Fear.
I think shame is part of it, but we have wonderful people that have great pride in the way that they've conducted themselves, and if they are victimized either through physical abuse or neglect or financial fraud, even when they recognize they've been victimized, shame is the number one impediment as to why they do not report. And 96% of all cases nationally that come to the attention of authorities come through a third party. So this is really a community issue.
You mentioned also that you really have had a systems change in dealing with this. I mean,
yes.
There are partnerships that you. What is the? Before we went on there, you mentioned the Family Justice Center. What is that?
Well, the Family Justice Center is a one-stop coordinated center for both public and private agencies where we provide assistance to the victims of domestic violence and their children. Now, we've expanded that in the last year to providing services to seniors. This is a national model. We have co-located the police departments, Health and Human Services, the State's Attorney's Office, and 38 other agencies. You walk in there, we are able to build a safety plan for you if you're a victim of domestic violence, or a plan for you if you are a senior who's been the victim of either physical or financial abuse. And those systematic changes are allowing us to capture people who've been victimized much earlier in the process.
Terrific. That's terrific.
It's a great idea.
Now, you have a phone number that people want to call to get more information?
Well, I do have a phone number.
And a website.
We have a phone number, we have a website, but let me tell you, there's an event that's going to take place on June the 10th of this year at Holiday City at Ferrara Drive, right at the intersection of Aspen Hill Road and Connecticut Avenue. It's World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. There are going to be experts from a number of different agencies are going to be talking about elder abuse, prevention, and preparedness. They're going to talk about the resources that are available to seniors in this community. If you are interested in senior issues, whether you are a counselor in a coordinated agency that is assisting seniors, or you are a senior yourself, please join us from noon to 3 o'clock. Members of the police department will be there, members from my office, the State's Attorney's Office, people from Health and Human Services. There'll be every type of information you could possibly want to ensuring the safety of seniors in our community will be available. And we've got some great interfaith partners that are also working with us. This is both a public-private enterprise. So again, June 10th.
I was there last year. It was terrific. So it's June 10th and at Holiday Park.
Holiday Park, Ferrara Drive.
Yeah, and you can get more information not only about that, but about all that we've been talking about on your website, I believe.
That's exactly right.
Do you want to give the address?
The telephone number to the office is 240-777-7300.
Great, and we put out the website, so that's terrific. Well, thank you so much for coming in. There's a lot.
Please have me back. Look, these are important issues, and we need to talk about this over and over again in order to actually get our job done effectively. Public education is rule number one when it comes to protecting our seniors.
Terrific. Thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you very much.
When we return, we'll explore what one organization is doing to try to help seniors in abusive situations. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. There is a new organization that is formed to provide counseling and even residential help for seniors in abusive situations. It's called ElderSAFE. And joining me to tell us more is its director, Tova Kazdan. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I know your career started or was in the state's attorney's office,
That's
so you
right.
knew our previous guest very well. Why was this ElderSAFE Center created?
The ElderSAFE Center was created and modeled after the Pioneer Program, which is at the Hebrew Home in Riverdale, New York. Experts in elder abuse realized that it was hard to find a safe temporary shelter for older adults being abused because maybe they had more significant medical care needs. And so this is kind of a breakthrough model that we've co-located our temporary shelter within our long-term care community. In our case, it's Charles E. Smith Life Communities, also known as the Hebrew Home. This provides a safe place for older adults who are being abused to be able to also receive any kind of medical care, supportive services, and specialized abuse services that they will need in terms of escaping abuse.
So you're really a great new resource for the community.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about this, but what kinds of elder abuse are you involved with or are coming to your attention?
Right. There are many kinds of abuse. I think most commonly people think of abuse as physical abuse, but all the kinds of abuse that can happen to younger people can also happen to older adults. That could be physical abuse, sexual abuse, psychological abuse, financial abuse, as John McCarthy just noted, and also with older adults we have to think about neglect too. So if someone who is entrusted to care for them is not caring for them appropriately, then they're being neglected. So there's many different kinds of abuse, and the physical is more easier to detect, but the psychological is a little bit harder.
So are there risk factors for people that would lead to abuse?
We know with older adults that sometimes they're more isolated. So perhaps they're receiving care in their home, and perhaps even a caregiver is a trusted family member. So some of the risk factors could actually be things that we think are good things, but when they're not going well, they can become risk factors. So someone is reliant on maybe one person, but that one person, whether they be a family member or paid caregiver, perhaps is not treating them with the respect and dignity that they deserve. And in fact, sometimes it crosses the line into abuse.
So how do you work with the state's attorney's office or with the community? How are you just gotten started, I understand that, but what are your plans?
So ElderSAFE Center officially opened up its doors on September 18th, 2014 of this year. We've created a community coalition, and the state's attorney's office, Adult Protective Services, and many other social service agencies in the county and in our region are our partners. We have quarterly community coalition meetings. We're very active in terms of partnering together, doing dual community education events together. We recently held education on older adults and domestic abuse and had the state's attorney's office as well as Adult Protective Services as some of our featured speakers, as well as an event on financial abuse. So we view that part of our success in getting the issue of elder abuse out to the public is doing this type of community outreach and education. The more that people know about elder abuse, the more likely they are to be able to refer to resources such as ours, which provide safe temporary shelter.
So you work with, I heard you were like professionals. Does the public also participate in some of these events?
Absolutely. All of our events are geared to a very wide audience, both professionals who may be working with older adults, either in the therapeutic sense or the physical safety sense, as well as many of our programs are also geared toward older adults themselves to learn more about elder abuse. I view everyone as being an ambassador on this issue, that the more we know, then you might be able to talk to a friend now that we've done this program and say, okay, if you know that someone's in need and is not safe, we receive all our referrals from community agencies, both public and private agencies. So you'll be able to tell someone about our resource and from there spread the word that no one has to suffer from abuse and be left helpless, that they have options.
So in order for people to get more information, you have a website, I know that.
We do. We have a website, which is...
And a phone number too.
Sure, I'm happy to share that. Our website is www.eldersafe.org, and our phone number to our helpline, which is Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, is 301-816-5099.
So if folks can call you, you can also refer them to the various partners that you have, right?
So the way we receive our referrals, we encourage community, agency, and program referrals. So for instance, if you're an individual and you think a friend or someone you know or even yourself is at risk or suffering from abuse, we ask that you please start by calling the Adult Protective Service because they are the investigative county agency. From there, or perhaps they're working with another social service agency, they can then refer that individual to us and call us, and then from there we can work together. So if you're concerned about someone in need or their safety, please call the police or Adult Protective Services first.
And if folks want to know about events in the future that you're sponsoring, they can just go to your website and get that information.
That's right. Our website is a wealth of information. We have information on our center, which is the first of its kind in the Washington metro area, as well as other resources to learn more about the different kinds of elder abuse that we just spoke about, all the different kinds, resources, and more materials so that we all can become educated and ambassadors on this issue.
Well, it's a great new resource. Thanks for coming in and sharing it with us.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, we'll close the show today with a look at ways in which seniors can give back to others. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. The Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, or more commonly known as RSVP, offers an opportunity for seniors to give back to the community using their life skills and talents. Joining me to tell us more are Kathleen Meany-Stobie, the program director, and Jane Barrett, an RSVP volunteer. Well, welcome back to Seniors Today. Kathleen, not everybody knows what that RSVP is all about.
RSVP is for people 55 and better who are looking for volunteer opportunities in Montgomery County. It's actually a federal program. It's part of Senior Corps, and it's housed in the Montgomery County Volunteer Center. So what we do is we partner with about 30 different nonprofits and agencies to help people 55 and better find volunteer opportunities.
That's great, and there is a benefit actually to being, besides being part of a community.
Right. Well, in addition to the benefits of volunteering, which I think Jane will talk about, we offer our volunteers that's free to join, and we offer them free supplemental insurance while they're volunteering to cover them. and we have volunteer recognition events as well.
So, Jane, what kind of things have you been doing as a RSVP volunteer?
Well, fortunately, I discovered Kathy not too long after I had retired, and she has been keeping me very busy with all the little projects, or some are very big projects. I've worked with InterAges and Senior Connections.
What kind of things have you done with InterAges?
Well, InterAges, mostly I do work in the office rather than being a mentor with the children. I help them with their copying, collating, mailings, filings, going through all sorts of supplies that they have
helpful,
to keep it
like.
in order.
Yes.
And it's fun, and it's a wonderful group. And Senior Connections, I help them with their mailings from time to time, too.
Great.
And then of course, Brookside Gardens is one of my favorites, and I help with the butterflies and the light shows.
Oh, wow.
Inventory from time to time.
You are busy.
That sort of thing.
Jane is what I call an Uber volunteer, and she's a member of our SWAT team, which stands for Seniors with Available Time. And these are volunteers who are doing other jobs, but they also agree to be on call for nonprofits who may need help with a project.
And she has just been honored by Dunkin' Donuts.
Thank you,
yes. How did that happen?
Dunkin' Donuts honored Jane as a community hero last year. I nominated her, and she won. And she was honored at a ceremony in December. She got a big check, those Publishers Clearinghouse checks for $500, and she got a year's worth of coffee and donuts.
Wow.
And she didn't bring any donuts today,
I know,
Austin.
I'm missing the donuts. So, folks are searching for things to do. How do you help them?
Well, being part of the Volunteer Center is the perfect fit for RSVP. The Volunteer Center helps everyone who's looking for volunteer opportunities, all ages. And we have a wonderful website where people can search online for volunteer opportunities. We have over 800 nonprofits who post opportunities.
In the county?
We have 800 nonprofits registered with us
who
can post opportunities on our website. And then people can find them by doing a search, and then they can connect with that nonprofit. So it's a very rich resource. And if there are people who don't want to use the database or don't have access to the internet, they can call us. And we have a volunteer advisor, Beth Eisen, who will meet with people or talk with them on the phone about volunteer opportunities. I have to say my favorite thing to do is to talk with somebody who's recently retired and the world is their oyster and they're deciding what they're going to do next. That is one of my favorite parts of my job.
Well, I have people come to me sometimes and say, I just like that, I retired and I can't figure out what to do.
Well, when someone says that, I say, aha, I can help you out there, because of course Kathy, with all of her things, and as I say, Brookside, we have a wonderful Weed Warriors program with Montgomery County where you can have training on invasive plants, go work in the park on your own with a group, whatever. I do that at Sligo Creek. But the beauty of all of this volunteering is you can try it, and okay, if it's not what you really want to do, well then find something else. Mostly I like all the projects that Kathy manages to get me into. But the thing is, if it doesn't fit or the time doesn't fit or what, you go on and you move on to something else. But there is no reason in this world for anybody to be sitting home doing nothing, which I can't stand to do. And when there are so many things that you can help with in this county.
Well, you obviously have found reward in doing it.
Absolutely.
How do you? Can you describe the reward that you feel, or
well,
is it indescribable?
Yes, because when we do the Martin Luther King Day in Bethesda, we have hundreds of people come to that program, lots of crafts and things, and with Meals on Wheels, we put all the supplies out, and people go through and they create a snow day box for the recipients of Meals on Wheels. Well, many people don't even know what Meals on Wheels is, and they learn that there are actually people that are homebound and can't get out, and if they can't get their regular meal delivered, then they have their food. Also, we get together in Silver Spring, I think once a year, and do take the lunch bags for the Meals on Wheels lunches and have people decorate the bags. And they just love it. All ages love this. And some people just put a little thinking about you note or a flower, and some people spend lots of time creating all these beautiful pictures on the bags.
That's
and
part
then
of
they're
our
used for Meals on Wheels.
That's part of our community service day that started in Montgomery County. So what we do is go to the Fenton Street Market and set up a tent, and we have everyone come and decorate bags, and we hang them up so everybody can see. And it's very interesting because it attracts all ages, and we can get the word out about the volunteer center.
We have 200 bags or something decorated this past fall.
Have we talked about the website? So you have a website,
We
don't
do.
you?
It's
You mentioned that.
www.montgomeryserves.org.
It's a terrific website.
It's
and
very
that's
rich in
where
resources.
You can search.
Yes, yes. But you can also call us at 240-777-2600. That's the Volunteer Center. So we can talk to you by phone as well.
Before we go, there's a special program that you have. It's called the Pro Bono program. What can you describe that?
Thank you for asking about that, Austin. The Pro Bono Consultant Program is for people who want to give back with their professional skills, and we find that a lot with retired people. They come in and they want to use the skills that they've developed over the years in their career. And what they can do is work on time-specific short-term projects like a consultant for the nonprofits in the county. The nonprofits list a project with us. The volunteers come in, we screen them. We have 2 volunteers who run our program.
It's a terrific program.
Yes.
It's a model program,
It
I
is.
think.
It is. It was an award-winning program, recognized by Laura Bush. And so we've been able to keep it going by having volunteer leaders who lead it. And it's not just for retirees, but it works very well for retirees who say they don't want to stuff envelopes.
So you're really a matchmaker. The nonprofits come to you with needs.
Right.
And individuals come to you also with needs in a way.
Right.
And
it's a little bit difficult sometimes. You can't always get the right match, but you never know who's going to come through the door and be that perfect person for that nonprofit. So it's very rewarding when we have a love match.
Yeah. And needs is the perfect word, because I need to have things to do.
Well, you are a role model. Thank you, and congratulations on Dunkin' Donuts.
Thank you very
Thanks for
much.
coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Austin.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today, but don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
For those dealing with the struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for advice and support.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Pedestrian safety is a two-way street. Drivers, it's your job to expect the unexpected. Walkers and cyclists, you need to move with caution and pay attention to your surroundings. There's a lot going on out there, and you don't want to miss anything.
Ever pull into a parking lot and think, what's up with those pedestrians? Sometimes they seem so oblivious to vehicles. Park, start walking to the store, and wow, those drivers are so aggressive. They act like the lot is theirs. It's no wonder that nearly 1/3 of pedestrian collisions occur in parking lots, and a significant number cause severe injuries. Avoid becoming a statistic. Drivers, don't run over people. Pedestrians, don't get run over. It's that simple. Heads up in parking lots.